Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're on location here because today is January 23rd and we're talking about creative excursions. This is another tool from Sarah Von Bronick's book, Simple Abundance, that we're following along in day by day together this year. And so what is a creative excursion, you might ask? So Sarah describes this as little personal dates with yourself, and I'm totally making up my own version of it from what she's saying. Just little personal time for yourself, an hour a week she encourages us to do. And I can just think in your head, you're thinking, wait a minute, I already have that hour a day. Now I have an hour a week too? I know it seems like a lot. And Sarah even says in today's entry that at the very beginning it was so hard for her to do this because you can make so many excuses of, oh, I can't have somebody watch the kids. I work too much. I just can't do it. But this is another tool that's going to make our Simple Abundance experience even that much better, because I love how she says that here we are excavating our souls, getting to know what we love, who we are, remembering the things that bring us joy and all that. And then don't we want to spend time with this person that we're getting to know? I have to say, I told somebody the other day, it's funny that I'm doing this channel because I shared with you in the intro video, I definitely am very critical of myself. And so for me to be, first of all, putting myself out here in an unfiltered way, just pressing record and whether I have my hair done or my makeup done or whatever, like, it's pretty incredible that I'm doing it to begin with. And then I also feel like when I'm watching back though, this is what I said to my friend. I said, I'm actually becoming friends with myself through this experience. Like, I'm just like you in a sense that I watch the video and I'm kind of getting to know who Carolyn is. So what an experience it's been already, and it's just January, so we'll see. And here I am trying not to be paranoid because I'm sitting in a parking lot and people are going to be like, what is that person doing? But I thought about trying to videotape while I was driving, but that would have been inevitably disastrous, right? So anyway, back to these creative excursions. What are some of the things that you might love to do with yourself? This is something that you're going to want to contemplate in a journal exercise, or at least with pen and paper or with your phone in making a list. And somebody's looking right at me. Oh my God. Okay. So she gives us some good ideas in the entry. She talks about how it might be taking in a movie. It might be going to see beautiful artwork like she suggested to us earlier this month. It can be taking a walk in the woods. I'm thinking of my own list, which I don't have with me, but it's very personal anyway, so I want you guys to come up with your own list. But these are experiences that are going to be uplifting for your soul, and we know the principles now: joy, harmony, beauty, order, simplicity, and gratitude. And when you can try to think of a way to have those interwoven principles as a part of experiences, like finding things that bring you joy, then it's just going to make for a more joyful life, right? So I hope you will sit down and think about what you would like to do. And these are personal things. Like, it might be tricky for you at the beginning to have this time for yourself. I personally don't have an issue with doing things by myself. I go to restaurants by myself. I go to the movies. Like, I don't mind doing that. But if you find that that's a stretch to begin with, then you could potentially ask a good friend to go with you initially to kind of get the momentum going. But ultimately, this is meant to be personal time, one-on-one time with you and you. I bet that's a new concept for a lot of you. So I hope you like this. And if you read in Sarah's entry today, she does say that if you don't have an hour to carve out for yourself, then that is pause to think that you may have some really messed up priorities. Again, I'm paraphrasing what she says. This is definitely a great entry to read. And I hope you like the creative excursions and that you start to get your list together. I felt so excited. I didn't even look back at last year's list. I just started from scratch. And it's not unlike when I talked to you guys about my journal where I made sort of a bucket list for the year. I put together some places that I love to go, and so having some of those lists, if you did any of those journal exercises that I shared at the beginning of the month, that would make coming up with this creative excursion list a little bit easier, I think. But hope you do it. Please share in the comments how it's going, and I hope you're off for a creative excursion today or sometime soon with yourself, because you deserve it. All right, love you guys. I'll see you next time.